So this will be a follow-along video tutorial for a shoulder stability exercise routine. It should take about 10 to 15 minutes. Shoulder is a very shallow joint, which means it has a lot of range of motion, but it also means it's very unstable. So it's really important to build up the connective tissue around here to prevent any injuries. So we'll start with a warm-up for the rear delts in the back of the shoulder. You're going to hinge forward 90 degrees, hands together, and we'll do 12 reps of a rear delt fly. So you're bringing your hands out to the side, keeping your elbows high, holding for a second at the top, and slowly back down. And for a side view, chest facing towards the ground. Lift those hands as high as you can up towards your ears, and try not let your elbows come back behind you. Bring them straight out to the side. The next one then, it's going to be working on your lower traps, your mid traps, and your external rotator muscles. So you're going to hinge over again 90 degrees, and we'll do an I, Y, W, T. So from the side, I, straight out in front, Y, out to the side, W, you're going to bend your elbows, T, straight out. You're going to go straight back to an I, W, T, and we're going to do 5 in each position, continuous without resting. So you should get a good burn in the back of the shoulders after this. Now the backs of the shoulders are nice and warm. We're going to go down into a push-up position. We're going to get our serratus muscle as well as our traps nice and warm. We're going to keep straight arms here into a push-up position. You're going to retract your shoulder blades, keeping straight arms, and then protract them forward, rounding your upper back. So again, you're not bending your elbows, you're just moving your scapula. We'll do 5 reps of this. After that, you can rest 5 to 10 seconds. Once you're ready then, we're going to again focus on the external rotators and the rotator cuff. You're going to lie on your chest, and we're going to do the same thing like our IYWT, but you're just going to hold in the top position 2 to 3 seconds and back down. This is isolating your lower traps, holding for 2 to 3 seconds and back down. Keep your head facing towards the ground. You're only lifting your shoulders as high as you can. The next one then will be more dynamic stability. We're going to use a bear crawl. So all the muscles around your shoulder have to fire together to prevent your shoulder moving excessively here. Keep your hips lower than your shoulders. You're going to walk very slowly forward, holding for a second on each step. 4 steps forward, 4 steps back, and 2 on each side. You're alternating left hand and right hand. 4 steps forward, 4 steps back, and rest. Take 10 to 15 seconds rest. You're going to complete 3 sets of those. Again, as you get tired, try and avoid lifting your hips up high. Keep them down low, keep your core engaged, and continue to pause each rep for 1 second on each step. Once you've completed 3 to 4 sets of that, we're going to work on your pushing muscles in the front of your shoulder, particularly your chest muscles, your pectorals, and your front delt muscles. So we're going to use a hand release push-up. You're going to take your hands off the ground to start with, brace every muscle in your body, engage your core, engage your glutes, push yourself up in a straight line, slowly back down, hands off the ground. If you're unable to do that, you can cross your feet over. Same principle, hands off the ground. You're just going to push yourself up using your knees as the pivot point. So again, push your body up in a straight line, slowly back down. Complete 5 reps of this, holding at the top for a second, slowly lowering yourself back down, taking your hands off the ground for a second. Last one then, same position as your push-ups again, after 10 to 15 seconds rest. You're going to push yourself back so your ears are between your shoulders, and then lean yourself forward again. You're going to stop yourself once your hands are beneath your shoulders, push back again, slowly forward, trying to not let your hips sag down too much, keeping a nice straight line from your shoulders to your heels. 5 reps of this, holding for 2 to 3 seconds at the bottom each time. Once you've finished 5 reps there, take another 10 to 15 seconds rest. Next exercise, you can use a light weight that you have at home. This could be a bag of sugar, something around 1 to 2 kilos. Lying on your chest or lying on your bed, hand in your W position, so your elbows bent 90 degrees and your upper arm is 90 degrees from your shoulder. You're going to lift the dumbbell or the weight as high as you can, slowly back down, rest it on the ground. Again, lifting it as high as you can, back down, 5 reps on each side, holding it for 2 to 3 seconds at the top. This is isolating your rotator cuff muscles, particularly the infraspinatus, the teres major. And then repeat the same thing the other side. From a front-on view. You want your hand higher than your elbow, and then if you can, lift your hand and your elbow. Again, 10 to 15 seconds rest once you completed a set of that. The last exercise then, you're going to start in a plank, and you'll slowly walk your hands out as far as you can in front, and then walk back in. This is very demanding on the core, so make sure you keep it engaged. Don't let your hips sag down. Keep a nice straight line from your shoulders to your feet. And we'll do 5 reps of this, just small steps forward and back. Trying to go a little bit further each time. So you can complete this routine 2 to 3 times a week. As you get stronger, you can build the sets and reps, or you can build the intensity.